Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Paula Fern, and we are going to go ahead with week 2 of our Travel Biz Bootcamp. If you've not watched week 1 yet, let us know. We can send you the link and we'll go through some details with you. Last week was just a really brief introduction as to what the business is, what it does, and how it does it. And this week, we're going to be talking about how you can launch your business, what the tools are that you can use, and how the company provides you with everything that you need. It's like having a travel business in a box. Everything you need is just there. You grab it and you run with it, and you can take it to whatever height you want. You're going to want to stick around as well, because next week, we're going to be covering what you get paid. So that's going to be an exciting one as well. So I'm going to share my screen. If there are any questions at any time, please jump in. I want it to be as interactive as it possibly can. So if there is anything that comes up, please feel free just to ask or just have a chat. So I'm going to start here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. This is week 2. And I'm going to wait for my screen to catch up. There we go. Of our Travel Biz Bootcamp. We say there, don't tell your travel agent. And there's a very good reason why we say don't tell your travel agent. And that's because what we have beats travel agent prices. The money that you save with us means you can go on more travel. You can go on more trips. And what we do is ideal for anyone that loves to travel, that loves to save money, and that wants to go and see the world and wants to also earn from doing those things. So what we're going to cover here is how you're going to earn from travel, how this business works, and what you can do when you actually launch your business. So there's no secret as to how we build a business. We call ourselves digital nomads, and we do that for a really good reason, because you can actually use this business, work this business wherever you are in the world. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're on the beach, you can go on your phone. If you're in a bar, you can go on your laptop. Anywhere that you are, you can work this business. And it's a concept that people dream of, because who doesn't want to just be working wherever they are at that time? We can bring that dream to reality. That's exactly what we do. And social media is absolutely key when it comes to this. Now, just to give you a few facts and figures, it's not the only way. Social media isn't the only way to earn through this business or share this business, but it's a really powerful way to do that. And one of the reasons is because 4.48 billion people use social media. That's half the world's population use social media. So if half the world are on social media, what do you think they're looking at? They're looking at the things that you want to share, the things that you're talking about already. Not only that, but 1 in 3 of those people that are online turn to social media to go and plan their travel, to get inspiration for where they want to go, and to learn from other people who have been on trips like you and me, how much it's going to cost them, what savings can be, what discounts they can get, where they can go, where's recommended. And who has seen that? I've seen so many people over the summer post, where's best to go in Europe? Is it worth going to Mexico? When's the best time to avoid to go to the Caribbean and get the best weather? All of these questions are things that are answered on social media every single day. And we're in the travel business. We're the perfectly placed people to actually go and answer those questions as well. But not only that as well, if you think about that, the kind of numbers of people you can share this with is phenomenal. And then you can't capture those people in a group situation. There's only so many people can fit in one room. Although doing it face to face is absolutely incredible, and we'll cover that in another session. We're just going to concentrate on social media here. But after what we looked at and discovered last week about the fact that we've got cheaper rates than travel agents, as I've said, we combine that as well with how most people want to save the hard-earned money. I mean, we looked last week about the people that are on a budget. What they'll likely do is book travel independently because it's proven to be cheaper. and they want to save the hard-earned cash because we're in an economic crisis. All over the world, we're in economic crisis, and it puts us in a really, really strong position to be able to help others that are looking for exactly what we've got, which is affordable luxury travel. We already know that those who want to save money on travel are more likely to book independently. So we're ticking those boxes already. So when we're sharing that on social media, we're already halfway there. We've got the people that we want who are looking at it through social media, but we've also got the people that want to book independently. So that's an avenue that we can go down. You're not changing what you already do either. Who goes on holiday and shares a picture of the sunset? I know I do. Who goes on holiday and shares pictures of the kids on the beach in the pool? I know I do, absolutely. And when you're already doing that, the only things you're going to be changing slightly about that is your approach to what you're saying with that picture. So it might be that you're sharing a little bit about um, I've been on a week away, by the way, where it's cost me less than a full breakfast in a morning. So it might be that I share a picture of the kids in the pool or at the beach and say, well, where we're staying, um, it was cheaper than what it would be to get a full breakfast for us all. That's the kind of sort of things that people kind of sit up and take notice of. Excuse me. What there's also, you might have heard of, there's actually the ripple effect. So this is an incredible phenomenon, and it's been studied in lots of different areas and with, excuse me, sorry, in relation to both business, psychology, all sorts of different things. Have you ever thrown a stone in a stream and seen the impact that it has on the water? You can see the ripples going out, getting bigger and bigger. You've disturbed the surface of the water, and it starts small where that stone first hits, but it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it ripples out to the whole of the lake or the whole of the stream, whatever it is that you're kind of throwing a stone into. It ripples out further and further, and it's the exact same effect that happens with the actions that we take in our lives. Everything that we do impacts others in some way, and it doesn't matter how small that thing is that we do, it ripples out. And social media works in exactly the same way. So you must have seen those posts that are usually from teachers on behalf of their class. If they're doing a bit of an experiment, they might tweet something or post something on Facebook and say, we're doing something to see how far social media can reach. Tell me where you're from. And you'll see in the comments below, we're from the UK, we're from Australia, we're from New Zealand. It happens all the time, and that's a really good example of how far-reaching social media is, but also the ripple effect that that has. Because what happens is a person will comment on that that's from Australia, but they might have a friend that's in the UK. They see it, they want to help out, they comment as well, and that's the ripple effect in full flow. There's a really good example that stands out for me, and I don't know if any of you know it, and do let me know at the end if you do know this, but one that's really stuck with me as well was of an overweight man that was dancing, and he was shamed for the way that he was dancing. Someone took a video of him and then posted it all over social media, and they tried to shame him for that, and it was horrific doing that to a person. I find that just absolutely appalling, but it backfired on them, because what happened was the biggest stars of music, DJs, people in celebrities all over the world actually hunted this guy down to come and say, don't be shamed. Don't ever allow anyone to shame you for being you. And that went viral. And I mean, millions of people took notice of that. That's the ripple effect. That's exactly what's happening when you share things on social media. And that's a really nice story, I think, because it just shows how horrible people don't always get away with horrible things, which is just incredible. But he went on a whole world tour and all sorts. He did all sorts of different things and met some incredible people because of that. One small action can have untold effects on those around us. A post on social media can be seen by millions and change lives for the better. So what are we sharing out there? Is it worthwhile? Is it something that's going to help people think twice about the way they're traveling? If you can imagine now sharing something related to travel on your socials and there's one like, because that's what happens. It's just, there's nothing for it. Sometimes there's nothing, or there's one like, maybe two likes. What you didn't see though from that is that those two friends that have liked or commented on your travel post, they've got 5 other friends that have seen that comment or that like. That's the ripple effect. And if that keeps happening, when you share something else that's really cool or really interesting, or the fact you've saved, like I did, £3,000 on one trip with our travel club, those same people like it again and they comment on it again, and the support you get from certain people within your friends groups and things like that, when they're commenting again and they're liking that again, those 5 people and more are seeing it again. But what they're then doing, because they've got repeated exposure to what you're sharing, they're actually going to come and ask questions. It might be to the person who's liked the post to start with, but that's when you then start having group chats. You um, get chats together with other leaders within the business, and that's when the real in-depth and real juicy conversations start to happen, when we can actually share exactly what this business is. When you start your business with us, you get in-depth ongoing social media training from some of the experts in the industry, and the ripple effect is powerful. When you harness it to help others in the way that we do, it's so far reaching, it's hard to kind of grasp. I'll give you an example of my Instagram account. I've only got a couple of thousand followers on there, but right now my Instagram account is reaching 10.1 thousand people, and conversations are happening because of that. They're not all my followers, but what's happening is people on Instagram are liking or commenting on the things I'm sharing, and that's going to other people. That's the ripple effect. And it's just absolutely incredible how easy it is for that to happen on social media. So I know you're going to be wondering how much time this actually takes to do. And you might as well ask, how long is a piece of string? Because it's entirely up to you how long you want to spend on doing these things. When you receive training with us, we will share with you how you can plan your posts, how you can schedule things on social media, and all sorts of little tools and tricks that save you time. We're all about saving time. But you can spend as much time as you have available, or as much time as you want to, on doing these things. And the beauty of this business is it can fit into what you're already doing perfectly. So if you work full time, it's no problem at all. Do an hour in the morning, or an hour in the evening, or an hour each side, whichever fits for you. If you work and you've got kids like I have, I'm a single mum of 4 and I work as a therapist. What I do is, between clients, I'll maybe post something, or between the kids' bath time, I might reply to a message. And it's finding those little pockets of time within what we're already doing, to just find 5-10 minutes here and there. And I tell you what, as the ripple effect mentions, it gives momentum. Those little tiny steps, once you start taking those and you're doing them religiously and you're being consistent, it starts to add up, and you start to get that following, you start to get those questions. I'm doing this for my kids. So yes, I've got 4 kids, and yes, I work. I don't want to be spending all my time working in this way. So I will allocate certain times of the day when I will work on my business. And I'm doing it for my kids. So I've got to make sure that that balance is right. And that's what's perfect about how our business works. It's completely flexible, and you can do it exactly as you want to do it. What I have done is we talk about sort of watching movies and Netflix and stuff like that. I don't watch quite as much Netflix as I used to, although I am very interested in the Jeffrey Dahmer thing that's just come out. Not started it yet, but I am going to watch it. But this is the beauty of it as well. I can choose when I do these things because I can get my work done in terms of business, and then I can spend some time and just chill out and relax and do whatever I want. That's why we have that flexibility. Excuse me. So as I've mentioned, ongoing training is provided as part and parcel of what we do. And you can see the CEO there on the left. He has over 30 plus years experience in traditional business and in the direct sales space. And he provides regular training no matter where he is in the world. You can see him there. I'm not sure if he was in Hawaii or Mexico at the time of that video. I can't remember now. But you'll see Deborah Taylor there at the bottom. Then, of course, we've got our 6 and 7 figure earners. Excuse me, I am sorry. 6 and 7 figure earners there as well. Daryl and Maria Roberts, and then we've got Todd Strand and Ryan Vanderpool, and we've got Mel Keys. And all these leaders within our industry, within our business, and within our company, they provide us with the training because they've done it. They've made the mistakes. So what they're sharing with us is exactly how to run a travel business minus the mistakes that they made. And what I absolutely love about the things that they cover as well is everything that we learn from them, you can duplicate. And the nature of this business is that we can duplicate what we're doing every single time. It's a simple process, it's a simple formula, and they cover all sorts of different topics as well, which I absolutely love. So there'll be things like mindset, there'll be certain books that they might talk about, like Napoleon Hill is incredible, and there'll be all sorts of self-development, and it doesn't just develop your business, it develops you as a person to feel more positive and to feel in a headspace where you're like, I can do this. Why did I ever doubt myself? And it's a really sort of powerful thing to know that these guys have all got your back. And if you've ever got questions, they're always there and they're accessible. It can be duplicated. Exactly. You can just duplicate everything. Every single person that ever comes into your business can learn this training, watch this training at any time of the day, and they can understand how to run a travel business. They talk about how to handle objections, how to get the best of your business in every possible way. And we've talked a lot about all the different ways that you can access social media. I will be covering very briefly next week is how to do things in person. I've held events, and I know Mahmuda and Shell, I think most of us on here actually, we've done events in terms of promoting our travel business, and to get face to face with someone, it's so powerful because you can go eye to eye and you can feel that energy and that passion. You can really get it across, which is why it's nice to do stuff on Zoom, because I know we're all over the country and all over the world in a lot of ways for our travel business. But getting in front of someone as well is really important. We're going to talk a little bit more about that next week. And we've talked now about how to launch your travel business, how simple it is to do and how it can fit into whatever you're already doing. You don't have to change that much to actually start a lucrative travel business. We've even looked and touched on how many people potentially we can help. Remember, half the population is on social media. 1 in 3 of those look to social media for travel. That's a lot of people that we can chat with. Next week, we're going to be covering the most exciting part of all of this, which is how much you can earn from just taking a few simple steps that I've mentioned and traveling the world. Do this from anywhere. Do it from the beach. Do it from your bed. Do it from anywhere you like at any time. And you can save an absolute fortune whilst you're traveling the world as well. But we're going to talk about how long it takes for you to start earning an income that can maybe replace your mortgage. maybe an income that can get you to 6 figures and beyond. And we're going to talk about how do you get started on that path. I'm going to go into more detail about that next week. And I just want to say a really big thank you. It's the Dragonfly Voyagers team that have launched this boot camp, and I hope you're getting a lot from it. Something that we talked about a couple of weeks ago, travel for wealth, travel for health. Part of the reason that I do this is for my emotional wellness. And I know a lot of other people that have that know how important travel is to our well-being. And I don't think travel is a luxury. I think it's a necessity. And I know that most of us, if not all of us, understand that to be true. So to enable people to save the kind of money that we can save, I think it's Mel Keys always says, a friend doesn't let you travel full price. A friend will make sure you're traveling they don't let you travel at retail price. When we've got what we've got, you don't need to travel at retail anymore. You can go at net prices, and that's what a friend does, and that's what we do when we share it on social media. And that's the end of the presentation for this evening, but I would like to open it up if there's anyone that would like to add anything, or there's any questions or anything you'd like to say.
I just think it's amazing. We have so much fun together as a company, as a group, as Dragonflies, or as the whole team.
Incredible it is. And there's been quite a few trips recently as well, but I've been watching the videos. It's just been to see, and we'll share them with you if you want to see us traveling, if you want to see our company traveling. We'll share them with you. We'll share you the links. You can have a good.
They're in Cancun at the moment, and I was just,
I know
what you were saying about what Mel says. He put a post up earlier, and he says, family and friends, don't let family and friends travel retail. Ask me how you can travel with no more retail travel prices, but wholesale or free only.
Yeah. And this is when I spoke to someone last week about all of this. And she said, I feel like you've kept it a secret. And I've not, by the way. It's just, I've not necessarily shared it everywhere because I've had my own stuff going on. I tell you what, that's changing now. I'm great, me. I'm on top of the world, and I've got a lot of exciting things happening for me. This travel club is one of the major things that is absolutely booming. And she said, you've got to tell more people, which is exactly why we're holding these boot camps, because it's so simple to do as well. It's not difficult, and it's not rocket science. Anyone can do this.
Yeah.
My daughter's just come back from Malaga. One of our company world tour special trips. She had 4 nights, 5 days, and it looked amazing. She called it a hidden gem. The place they went to, they were absolutely blown away with it, and other people staying there said it was like a hidden gem as well. It's a place you probably wouldn't have ever chosen to go had it not been the world tour and you booked to go there. Yeah, so she was blown away with it, and I've yet to post the pictures and the video of the room because I've just been so tired because I've been looking after her kids while she's been away.
Yeah.
But I'm just recovering today, and I'm hoping to get it onto social media tomorrow. But there you go. I will be sharing it on social media. I'll be sharing it in my Paradise for Pennies special travel group. I'll be sharing it on my Instagram. I'll be sharing it on my Facebook. I'll be sharing it on my Bridge Your Gap page, which has kind of died, because pages kind of died for a little while, but they're coming back now. So I'm revitalizing that, and I'm going to be using that again. So I have lots of places to place it.
Amazing.
And
yeah.
rather than just keep it to my closed accounts, I'm actually going to shout it out to the world as well.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you're sharing as well, you share other people's posts. So like when Daryl shares, I share hers. So it's not.
Yeah, we share each other's, so
yeah,
it all gets around and out there. Yeah.
And that's the same for all the Americans and anybody in the company. We all say share our stories, share our posts. So it's,
yeah, and I share stuff off of the corporate dream trips.
Yeah.
Well, because there's some amazing stories on there.
And that's the thing as well, when you first start, you don't have travel to share because you've not been on trips through the club yet. But that's okay, because you just borrow ours or theirs or anyone's. You don't say it's yours. You don't try and pass it. You're completely honest, because we are totally transparent, more so in my opinion than travel agents are. You can see everything you need to see. And we are proud of that. And we're proud of the way that we handle our business, because we do it in a very clear, ethical, fair way. Don't ever try and pass something off as your own that's not, but say, this is my business partner, this is my friend, this is someone I know through my company that's going to Malaga, that's, are going to Mexico on a world tour. And Deborah Taylor has just extended her stay, so she's got on a world tour and then added the dream vacation, added a getaway to it at the end.
She's got her great granddaughter Ava with her.
Yes.
So
That's amazing.
yeah.
Charlotte, did you have a question, sweet?
No, I was just going to say, what's the difference between the world tour and the dream vacation?
Dream vacation is putting together, they used to call it the Dreamcation platform, so you might hear dream vacation being said. Sorry if I've said that. It's putting the world tour and the getaway together. It's wherever you spend your points. So disregard that word. It's not really a word that we should. Have I said that today? I think I have, haven't I? Sorry. Going back in time a bit, I think. But yeah, that's just putting together the world tours and the getaways. It's the two areas that we use our monthly points. So it's either a getaway or a world tour, that's all.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
That's all right. Good to see you all anyway. Has anyone got any other questions? Oh, thank you so much for coming on tonight.